witnessed by the blackouts, although essential services such as hospitals and airports were not expected to be affected. In Mexico, the Zapatista rebel leader Subcomandante Marcos says he's returning to his base in the southern state of Chiapas after his efforts to address Congress were blocked. The rebel chief blamed the government and members of Congress for ignoring his movement's demands on...
Good evening, it being 30. I call this meeting of the North Reading Board of Selectmen to order. First order of business is approval of minutes. Mr. Bagan.
Mr. Chair,
I had to ask. I saw you had that closed, so I could...
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the following minutes as written. February 20th, 2001, regular and executive session. February 26th, 2001, budget workshop. March 8th, 2001, regular and executive session.
Second.
Motion duly made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Unanimous. Almost done. Correspondence. Then we have, members have a list of correspondence. If you'd like to see any particular article, I'd be happy to give it to you now. If you'd like a copy, again, just pass your sheet down to Linda. She'll be happy to make a copy for you.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Just in relation to the correspondence on the letters, Tom, from Maritimes and Northeast Pipeline, are they still on that two-way as far as the crossing of the pipeline so it stays out of North Reading?
Yes, they're still on board. We're on their mailing list for anything that deals with any part of the pipeline. So this is up in the far northern part.
This is the northern region of it.
Because I noticed in there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters are related to the pipeline.
That's, well, we're getting, again, as the town administrator pointed out, because of the way that we corresponded, we will get a copy of all correspondence in relation to the project, so that we can stay on top
I'm
of
just
the
going
issue.
to ask for each one of those, a copy of each one of those. So
Sure.
I'll just...
Killing all the tree.
Yeah, I know.
Any other discussion on correspondence?
That's all I had.
Okay. Next issue is the, they don't have here, Tom, do you have it, the intermunicipal agreement signed?
Should be in here to sign.
Oh, okay, Mr. Baker probably has it, his to sign. What's that? Okay, what we have, next order of business is the signing of the intermunicipal agreement in the town of North Reading and the town of Andover. Again, if most people recall, probably about 10, 11 years ago, we entered into an intermunicipal water agreement with the town of Andover to purchase water to give us ample supply. Again, this was in direct relation to the loss of the Stickney well, the need for additional quantity, and again, just to remind everybody that the impetus of this particular board at the time filed special legislation to, and successfully got passed the first intermunicipal water basin transfer piece of legislation in the history of the Commonwealth. This is an agreement which again secures a substantial amount of gallonage for the town of North Reading and allows us to provide the necessary amount to the community for years and years to come. Again, the agreement has been agreed to by both town councils and is ready for signature, I believe. And we'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to sign the First Amendment to the intermunicipal water agreement between Andover and the town of North Reading.
Second.
Motion duly made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Oh, sorry, Mr. Bagan.
Mr. Chairman, it doesn't say anything when I read regarding the rates. I mean, we're still paying municipal rates that they pay for individual residences in the town of Andover.
Right. Those rates haven't changed, according to what I've read. Right. So the rates have not changed.
Okay, so we're buying millions of gallons at residential rates.
That's correct.
Is there anything we can do about that? I ask it every time. Just thought I'd throw it out.
It isn't due to lack of effort. The overtures have been made. course of negotiations. But short answer is no. There isn't much more to do about that.
Okay, now the state is in charge of, are they in charge of basically what we can get out of Andover? Because it does come out of Merrimack, is that correct?
But the legislation that was passed 10, 12 years ago allowed it to take place, so.
Okay, but they have nothing to do with the rates that are set, and quite frankly, they're absorbent.
The legislature,
No, the rates we're paying.
who has nothing to do with it?
I'm asking, does the legislature have anything
No.
to do? Okay, so just between us and the town of
Andover.
Andover. And how long is this, how long does this go for?
Continuation, Tom, do you know?
When does it end? This is just an addendum to the current agreement, correct?
That's correct. The current agreement was authorized March of '91. I don't recall what the actual date was.
I forget.
Okay, we don't know how long it runs. Can you find that out
Yeah,
for our
no,
next
I don't
meeting?
recall what
Oh, sure.
Okay, great, thank you.
Do you remember, Billy?
No, I don't, I just remember, no, I don't remember how the thing was set.
Right, so we have a motion to sign. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Unanimous. You want to pass it around? We'll do it.
Sure.
What do you have, black pen? What do you have, a whole box?
Just one, right? This one's one?
Yeah.
Everybody's in.
Sure. Choose your color.
Which one will you sign in black? White. Yeah, you can pick.
It's an increased dead end, you want to tell them about the Las Vegas area, so.
Can't afford it. Put my lights on, I'm by the water.
It's all deductible if you wrote a check.
I did.
Warren always lets me write a check for that stuff.
Good. Gentlemen? Appointment of associate member to the Conservation Commission. Liaison is Mr. Rose.
Mr. Chairman, I move to appoint Gregory Brown, 10 Leland Road, as an associate member of the Conservation Commission for a term to expire December 31st, 2003.
Second.
Motion duly made and seconded. Any discussion? The only thing I'd like to say is, welcome aboard, I'm glad he volunteered. More the merrier, right, gentlemen?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. More the merrier. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Unanimous. Seasonal license renewals. We have a few of those. Jim, I guess you would have probably most of them in the order.
I do,
but
yeah.
we have some here.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I move to renew seasonal wine and malt beverage club license for Thompson Club, Inc., DBA Web Hunselman's Golf Shop, 2 Mid-Iron Drive, from April 1st, 2001 to December 31st, 2001, subject to all regulatory department requirements.
Second.
Motion duly made and seconded. Going through the process again, these applications run through all the town departments to make sure or ensure that all requirements have been met in relation to taxes paid, health inspections and all. We just have a note from the health department that the completed food permit application has not been yet returned. Yeah, Mr. Vino?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I have a question on that. Not so much maybe on this license, but as on the next one. Because I don't know if we should be issuing these before these applications are returned.
Again, what we have, though, in our motion is that it's subject to all regulatory department requirements, so we can authorize the issuance of it so long as they're met.
As long
If
as
they're not
they're
met, it won't be given out until they are met.
That's, okay, that was my question.
that's the way that we've had the
It won't be given out
license.
until...
That is correct, Mr. Younger? And again, that's the way that we
Then in
made the
case-
motions.
Then in that case, I have no problem.
Okay, but then that's, other than that, there were no other suggestions made as to why this application should be held up or denied. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Unanimous.
Mr. Chairman, I move to renew the common ritual license for GFMI/Hillview Snacks, 149 North Street, to expire December 31st, 2001, subject to all regulatory department requirements.
Second.
Motion duly made and seconded. Any discussion? The chair will be...
I will probably abstain on this, Mr. Chair, because of...
All right. As will the chair will abstain because I am a member of the Hillview Commission. While we don't make any recommendations to the board in relation to this particular application, we do make recommendations to the town administrator in relation to the signing of contracts with GFMI whenever it comes up for renewal, whoever the successful bidders are. So the chair will be abstaining in this particular matter, and Mr. Vino will be abstaining because his son is employed by GFMI on occasion.
Yeah.
So, having said that, any further discussion?
Question.
Yes,
Is this the clubhouse or the pro shop?
that is the pro shop.
Good. Hot dogs at the turn?
Hot dogs at the turn. Chicken salad's great.
Hot dogs at the turn.
It is.
Is it? Yeah.
9 o'clock Sunday mornings.
Well, not 9 o'clock Sunday morning, but it's good at lunchtime. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, and then the abstentions are 2. So 3 in favor, 2 abstentions.
That's
Three signatures there. And once again, I'm sorry, I was negligent. Same thing, the application for fee and permits and that haven't been returned, but those are the only issues. Mr. Bagan.
Mr. Chairman, I move to sign the seasonal estimate and seasonal renewal certification forms. What are those? ABCC forms.
Or ABCC forms, okay, which is the forms that have to be processed by the town and sent to the Alcohol Beverage Control Commission.
What are they?
They're forms that have to be sent in by the town notifying the ABCC as to
Who has
who
license?
the licenses and that nature.
Was that a motion?
Yes.
Second.
Motion duly made and seconded. Any further discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
while we're on the ABCC, everybody got these in their packet, I'm sure. Tom, why were we notified from the ABCC that they're going to revoke licenses at 2 establishments without the board even knowing about it? I didn't know about either one of these licenses being revoked, and was this done through a sting operation, or but why did it go to the ABCC before it came to this board?
They have
the
they
authorization
have the
to...
authorization.
To do what?
They have inspectors that go
I mean,
out.
was it done by ABCC or the local department?
ABCC.
So the ABCC have their own inspectors that they send out across the state. Occasionally
I
they-
mean, it just seems strange that we would receive a notification prior to a revocation.
Excuse me,
Yes.
it's a suspension, not a revocation. And
Well, same thing, I mean, they're taking the license for 3 days.
And the ABCC has the authority that they do their own operations, and then if they do find someone who's in violation of such, they will suspend for X amount of days, or they can pay a,
Fine,
pay a
a
fine.
little suspension.
A little suspension.
And I mean, I think it should be clarified as to who they are, too. One was Eastgate Liquors and the other one was Willie Peach Brosserie. But, I don't know, just, as the licensing board, I think it's a little more proper to rather notify us that they're taking somebody's license the license that we actually grant. You would think we would be aware of the investigation, at least aware of the investigation prior to the revocation of the license.
So there wasn't any investigation. The way the process works,
I know how the process
Yeah, this
works,
goes
and
back to my,
I used to do it, but what I'm saying is, I thought it was a little strange to receive this